Hello Automation World, welcome to my YouTube channel of UiPath RPA tutorials. Today in this video we are going to see the types of workflow in UiPath and the difference between sequence and flowchart type of workflow. So let's get automate. So here you can see in the types of workflow, there are three types of workflow in UiPath: sequence, flowchart and state machine. We will see state machine in another video. I will make a separate video of state machine. In this video we are going to see sequence and flowchart and the difference between them. So first let's see the sequence type of workflow. In the sequence type of workflow, there is a ladder like structure. That means after one activity you can put another activity, just like a ladder. After one activity another is executed, just like the sequence. So the name is sequence. That is one by one activity is executed is written here. Also in case of sequence you can create a subsequence. That means in one sequence you can create another sequence and name it accordingly. If you have any other operation or any particular operation to do, then you can name that sequence and carry out in that particular. So let's see the sequence. I have created a workflow naming here. So just type in the activities as sequence. Here you can see under the workflow, under control, sequence is there. Executes a set of child activities according to single defined order. That means it executes activities one by one, just like a ladder. So I will show you here. Here is a sequence. You can rename it by just double clicking it. I will say it main sequence. Okay. Also you can put the subsequence in it, just like this. Okay, I will show you the demo here. Just take input dialog, which is used to take the input from user, just like a scanner function. So here the title of the dialog I will keep it blank. Input label I will say please enter number. We have to take the number as input. The output I will say, just press Ctrl K, I will say number as output. So here number is saved under the variable num as per given by user. So here after that I will take if activity here. In if I will say if num is less than, let's say, 50, then give me a message as, remember this is under sequence, right? So give me a message as number is less than 50. Okay, then if number is not less than 50, then again asks to user, let's copy this. I want ask to user that again put a why this error. So the error is here because we have given the number as a variable type string. So here you can change as integer 32, it will go. Okay. Also if number is not less than 50, then the user must enter another number, and further it will go in a loop. That means unless the user not enter the number less than 50, it will go on continue. I want just like that workflow. So here in sequence you can create like this. Again it will ask for a number. We can again put here if else condition under else. Okay, here under else it is put if the give number is taken as input from num. If num is less than 50, then give me a message box just like this. I will copy paste it here. Okay, So it is executed one by one, just like a sequence. After this input dialog, it will execute if, then it will check for a condition. If else, then it will execute another sequence of else activity. It will ask for an input, then it executes if. So let me run this for you. Okay, so here it says please enter number. I will enter number greater than 50, let's say 56, and press OK. It must ask for another dialog, input dialog. Okay, now this time I will enter, let's say 45. Yes, number is less than 50. It must end now. Yes, here you can see in the output, the execution ended in this much time. Okay, this is about the sequence type of workflow. Now I will, let me comment this for you. Press Ctrl D, it will comment out. Press Ctrl D. Okay, now in case of flowchart, it is used for complex scenarios to make a complicated decisions, where we have intricate decisions to take in a project. That means you just say if you have a nested if else condition or any loop, you have to execute for many number of times, for n number of times. So in that scenario you can use flowchart effectively. So another is, this can be a non-linear structure. We have seen that sequence is a linear structure. One by one activity is put under the sequence one after one. So flowchart can be non-linear. And one more thing is, they can be connected in multiple ways. So we will see how they can be connected in multiple ways. So I have commented down here. Let me put flowchart. I will delete it all. Okay, let me drag and drop flowchart, open it here. Let me take input dialog, input label, please enter number, num variable is there. Okay, and for if, just like a if activity in case of sequence, in case of flowchart there is a flow decision activity which acts like an if else activity. Here in flow decision, if you hover on it, it says true and false. It branches into true and false section. So here in condition you can write the VB expression as per requirement. So I will say if, let's say num is less than 50, if num is less than 50 true, then I will put a message box under true, as number is less than 50. Okay, I will get another message box under false, and I will message it as number is greater than 50, please enter further. Okay, now if you have to loop again and take the input message from user, then just mouse hover on it, message box, and just drag and drop an arrow from where you want. That means if the condition is false, it will give a message box, and again it will go to the input dialog and ask it to user. This is just like an loop activity in workflow. It is so simple, rather than using the complicated sequence. So I will run it. it should say that number is greater than 50, and again it will ask for a, so let's say 56. Okay, number is greater than 50, please enter further. Okay, again input dialog. Okay, 25, number is less than 50. Yeah, that's cool. So here you can see same project we have created just under 2 or 3 steps in case of flowchart, but in case of sequence that goes too far comparatively. So that is the main difference between sequence and flowchart. You can execute and you can do further practice to explore it more. So there are 2 basic thumb rules which are written here that must be followed for a better operation in sequence and flowchart. So subscribe my channel for more related videos related to UiPath RPA. Until then, happy automation.